beautiful people, welcome back to my wonderful channel. Thank you very much for your love and support. I really do appreciate. If today's the first time you are coming across this channel, I am Magata Progress channel here on YouTube, and I come across your way every blessed day. As you know, in this channel we react to all videos, and in this channel as well, our opinion is highly needed. And in this channel as well, we create our own content. Yes, sir, we create our own content most of the time to entertain our followers and to tell them all what that goes on around the globe. If you like what we do in this channel, please don't fail, subscribe and join this beautiful channel so that you get the latest updates. See you. I don't know what you get about this video that you're about to watch, but I do hope you pick some sense from this video. All right, my wonderful family, watch this video and drop your opinion in the comment section, and I will be right back.
That they reluctantly allowed this power station to function. They denied this power station the raw material that it needed for it to function efficiently and effectively. That raw material is not to be imported from overseas. That raw material is not to be transported from the north to the south. That raw material is not to be shipped in from any other place. That raw material is found in Biafra land. Gas in abundant quantity. This raw material was denied this very, very wonderful initiative from Professor Barton-Naji. And at the end of the day, what did they tell him? That any electricity that is generated from this very generating power station must be added to the national grid. And when you add to the national grid, you know those who have light in the zoo, they will give it to their useless Abuja, and then the rest they will send to the north, where they do not pay any NEPA bill for goodness sake. And then those in Biafra land that call themselves politicians, they will see these things, they will do like they didn't see it. Their eyes will be blind until when the people who will say enough is enough begins to rise, they will now think, you want to destroy the economy of Igbo land. Give me a break, please. There is no argument to the fact that every policy of the indigenous people of Biafra is geared towards alleviating the suffering of our people. It's geared toward ensuring that there is a semblance of humanity in our life in Biafra land. And we will continue in that direction until, of course, the sovereign nation of Biafra is finally established. There are some announcements I wish to make. But before I make that announcement, I wish also to make this warning to our government, especially the governor of Ebonyi State. The governor of Ebonyi State, you should, whatever you call yourself, Dr. David Umahi, you should pull back. You should pull back your attack dogs from Onichubweze village or community in the Ebonyi State, Biafra land. Pull back the attack dogs in form of military and police who are going from house to house, arresting innocent Biafran youths and extrajudicially murdering them. The useless politicians and the writers and intellectuals, they will not see these things now. They will not speak about it. They will not talk to these governors until the people will say we have had enough of that. They will find their voices. But I will assure them, of course, we will tell them as much as they can that will not in any way stop the march to our freedom. It will not stop in any way the agenda of this very great movement led by Onyendu to ameliorate every suffering in any manner that is possible within this suffocating, confined contraption that we have found ourselves, until we are finally able to exhale in a free land, in a free nation, in an independent Biafran state. Not only Governor David Umahi, what does he call himself? The Supreme Court administrator in Imo State, the governor of Enugu State, the governor of Anambra State. Ebonyi State is almost being taken over. The Fulani headsmen are there waiting. They have been testing the ground. They have been testing the ground from Enugu to Ebonyi, and these governors are not saying anything, and they will not say anything. They will not do anything, because saying something will not in any manner help their political agenda or their political their desire to continue to be in the politics of the zoo. They must make haste while the sun shines. They must make haste, because we have said it, and when it will come, people must remember that we won, and we spoke and spoke and spoke for people, for governors, for politicians to do what is needful and safeguard our people. But no, they won't do that. Time will tell. I want to bring to all of you, great Biafrans, the greetings from the leader of this great movement, Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu. Irrespective and despite his conditions, notwithstanding all the mental torture that he's been put through, his thoughts are with all of you. His thoughts are with all of us. And with his greetings, all of you, there are a few announcements that I wish to make this evening for everyone, and some of them will be just for me to reiterate them, but for us not only to hear them, but to act upon them, to walk as directed. Number one, the Instant Security Network, every form that concerns ESN, every contribution that is made for the purposes of the Eastern Security Network, whether be it in Europe, in Asia, in North America, in South America, in Australia, all of these funds must go to the ESN account in the United States of America. And that account information has been made available to IPOB families worldwide. I wish to repeat that every fund pertaining to ESN worldwide must go, without exception, to the ESN account opened with the name Umueri, Aroli, and Arodi in the United States of America. Please, principal servants, take note, financial officers, take note, and do the needful accordingly. Second, any fundraising that was done for the purposes of raising funds for ESN, those who have done that fundraising or any that needs to be done must bear in mind that the audit and asset recovery department of this movement will audit that fundraising. So when that department approaches you to provide the necessary information which will help them do an audit, please give them every cooperation and assist them in any way that is possible. You know, there has been some discussions on whether we must continue our ghost town or sit at home in Biafra land or not. I wish to announce this very evening that, as directed by the highest command of this very movement, noble movement, our Monday ghost town or sit at home in Biafra land stand suspended for now. The weekly sit at home in Biafra land stand suspended for now. That means the coming Monday there will be no sit at home in Biafra land. We must divert our attention to the trial of our leader that is coming up. Our sit at homes bearing any new information given to Biafrans all over the world. Wow. Our sit at home will be on each court date when our leader will be appearing in court. Then, of course, before then, we will make that information. We will publicize it. But it is important that we bear this in mind now and begin to prepare our minds and, of course, try and plan around this very common events in the future. Our sit at home will be taking place. It will be taking place at the next court appearance of Nnamdi Kanu. And finally, great Biafrans, finally, we must continue to put our leader in prayer. We must continue with the reading of the Psalms, which Onyendu had initiated before we found ourselves in this very situation that we are in at this moment. Because prayer is efficacious, very, very efficacious. They work. And please, Biafrans and righteous people, we want prayers of the righteous for Nnamdi Kanu, that his health may not fail him and that Chukwu Abiyama may continue to guide and empower him as he continues to lead the struggle, as he continues to lead our people to a free and independent Biafra nation, that Chukwu may grant him victory. And of course, grant us, the Biafran people, victory as well. And that victory will come in the form of the new nation of Biafra. I'm going to commend all of us today into the hand of Okike, into the hand of Chukwu Abiyama. We must remain as disciplined as we always have been. We must remain focused. Our objective must always be before us, and our agenda, we must not lose sight of what our agenda is. And as I mentioned here this very evening, these agenda are not hidden. Our leader released conditionally our people in different dungeons and prisons of the zoo military, the zoo security forces. They must be released. And finally, the zoo must find a way. If they like, that's okay for them. If they don't like, we are going home. They must find a way to ensure that a referendum takes place in Biafra land sooner than later. Thank you so much, great Biafrans, for this very opportunity to speak to you this evening. Any other thing that will need to be made public, I will bring them out as a memo or a prayer. And I believe tomorrow some members of the directorate will as well be making or elucidating more on some of these issues. Therefore, may Chukwabema bless each and every one of you. And for me, from here, I wish to say that Biafra is not only a name, it's not just a name, it's our identity. Biafra is our heritage, and above all, Biafra is our religion, and Abiyama, opening him who is worthy of praise and worship, the creator of heaven and earth, and not Elohim. It is him that we bow our heads and to him alone.
So you heard it from the horse's mouth. The seat at home has been postponed. Only when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be appearing in court, that is when the seat at home will take effect. The announcement was made by Mazi, the DOS head. So we have to accept it. Mazi China EDOZIEM is the one that made this announcement, and we just have to obey him the way it is. All right, my wonderful family, that brings us to the end of this update. If you know you haven't subscribed, do well to subscribe, like, and share.